Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for your daily dose of Chelsea news. I know it isn't always daily, but I'm going to start aiming to post a news video again for you guys every day because there is only 4 more days left in April and there is rumours that a decision regarding Chelsea's takeover will still be decided this month. Not in terms of tick the box, takeover's done, we can stop worrying, stop speculating, but in terms of who is the preferred bidder, it is rumoured it might even be announced within the next few days. So this week could be quite likely. If Chelsea beat Man United, maybe it even comes out around then, because if Chelsea get a win, then whoever's upset about whatever news they say, it kind of just gets forgotten about slightly. Don't you think that could possibly happen? Let me know in the comments down below. Before we get into talking about the 3 stories of the day, which is Lewis Hamilton, Serena Williams, and all of this disaster, which I honestly believe it is a disaster. The more people I hear coming in to potentially want to be a part of some kind of bid is a disaster, in my opinion, and I'll give that for you in a moment. Jules Koundé and Riyad Mahrez talk today in regards to Erling Haaland and Manchester City. But before we get into that, please do subscribe. Got a tier list video coming out for you guys later, and hit the like button if you do enjoy and want to see news videos on the daily. But story number 1, linking in with the idea that we might end up finding out who's taken over Chelsea this week. Apparently, Sir Lewis Hamilton and Serena Williams, female tennis player, one half of the Williams sisters, Venus, Serena and Lewis Hamilton are looking to put together $26 million, not billion, $million to be a part of Sir Martin Broughton's bid to take over Chelsea Football Club. Now, I'm going to keep this one short and relatively sweet without sounding as sour as I would like to come across with this. The issue I have with this bid from Sir Martin Broughton's group, consortium, whatever you want to know it as, is that there seems to be so many people involved. And Max Verstappen, who's another Formula 1 driver, came out and said that as a fan of PSV, if ever he was given the opportunity to go out and buy Ajax, he couldn't go and buy Ajax because he supports PSV. The same way that Lewis Hamilton is not a Chelsea fan, supports one of our rivals, so therefore why would you want to go and spend money on Chelsea Football Club? Now I'm going to tell you why you would want to go and spend money on Chelsea Football Club. For people like Lewis Hamilton and Serena Williams, they might come across with the idea that owning part of a massive football club sounds like a dream or sounds like a wonderful idea. The issue I have with this group and their potential bid is that there seems to be so many people involved. I just cannot get my head around somebody like Lewis Hamilton, Serena Williams buying Chelsea Football Club without actually thinking that they're going to make any kind of money back from this venture, back from this investment. Obviously, with Roman Abramovich, Chelsea were in significant amounts of debt. Roman Abramovich injects funds into Chelsea so that we can basically function and continue to spend money. This is a mindset that we probably will have to get rid of, no matter who it is who takes over. But it's also, when you see more people being involved, it means there are more people involved with potential decisions, and it also means there are more people who are looking to make money. Now, for a football club and people involved to make money, we can't be able to go out and just splash cash on players. Obviously, Chelsea, now that we have not got Abramovich anymore, there will be a new structure. There will be a new model of how the club is ran so that we can be, maybe not even necessarily profitable immediately, but so that we're not constantly accruing such large sums of financial debt. So Chelsea need to get better with that, but I do have a concern about the likes of Hamilton, Williams. It's nothing against them individually, it's just the whole concept of more people getting involved like this. And do I really think that it is simply a dream and a great opportunity? I don't know. And I don't like the way that with more people involved, there's more people worried about making money back, which as a Chelsea fan selfishly makes me concerned about what that kind of group's goals, ambitions, and therefore how the club will be ran as a result. But we move into story number 2. Let me know, by the way, where you're currently at with this one. If we are going to find out this week, let me know who you want it to be in the comments down below. If it's Todd Boehly, give me that hashtag. If it's Sir Martin Broughton, give me that hashtag in the comments down below. Story number 2, pretty much confirmation of something that we've known for a very, very long time. I think Jules Koundé to Chelsea is going to be a story that when this eventually happens, because I do think it is more of a case of when as opposed to if, but when this happens, it's going to be like a big sigh of relief, you know? Jules Koundé has been linked to bloody Chelsea for an absolute, what seems to be, an eternity. And Jules Koundé wants to leave, which I don't really think it's too much of a surprise. When Chelsea failed to sign Koundé last summer, I don't think there was ever a moment where Jules Koundé was actually like, all right, cool, well, it didn't happen, but let me commit my long-term future to Sevilla. He's 24 years old, considered one of the top still young bracketed centre-backs in world football. Chelsea are going to need to sign probably 2 players, and I think Jules Koundé is one of those probably odds-on Chelsea signings. No matter who it is who comes in, the kind of fee that Sevilla are asking for last year isn't going to be the same as what Chelsea could potentially go out and buy Koundé for this year. I think it could be something within the region of about 40 to 45 million pounds, which I think would be a really, really good deal for a young player, strong player. He's not the tallest, but he's also very versatile, can be used in the right wing-back position, right centre-back too. We've still got Trevor, Levi Colwill to come back, and Thiago Silva, and Azpilicueta staying on. It's not the end of the world, but in the tier list video later on today, we're going to look through 16 potential Rudiger replacements, so stay tuned for that video. The final story of the day is regarding Riyad Mahrez at Manchester City, the man who definitely gave me one of the deepest, biggest heart-in-the-mouth moments in my football following history, when the ball is kind of cushioned from his right foot, borderline shin, and it just glides over Edouard Mendy's crossbar in the dying moments of a Champions League final, which saw Chelsea reign supreme and deemed superior in the eyes of the European footballing world. Riyad Mahrez is being linked with Chelsea. Riyad Mahrez is also being linked with AC Milan. Now, why would Manchester City want to sell Riyad Mahrez, you may ask? And I don't know about you guys, but as much as I don't like Manchester City, I've never liked Manchester City, especially when they came into money. That's just how football works. But there's also a rivalry now because City keep on winning things and I want Chelsea to win things. So naturally there is a distaste towards a team like this. But Riyad Mahrez might well be looking to leave Manchester City this summer as a result of the supposed agreed bid from Manchester City for Erling Haaland of Borussia Dortmund. Do I think that Erling Haaland would be naturally competing with Riyad Mahrez's position? No. But I do think that Manchester City, in order to financially accommodate the costs of bringing in Erling Haaland, there could be players like Mahrez who aren't starting and playing every single game under Pep Guardiola. As much as I would say that Mahrez is probably, of all of the City players, I think he's their best winger. I think he's unbelievable in the Champions League. Scores goals, has moments of just pure brilliance in him, and a wand of a left foot, can also use his right very well too. Would I take Riyad Mahrez at Chelsea? Yes, I would. Do I understand that we've already got a plethora of wingers at the club and therefore some would need to be sold, or maybe some even want to leave? Yes, I understand that too. I think Riyad Mahrez coming in, even though he's not the youngest, I think it would be absolutely a magnificent signing for Chelsea. I do wonder, still, there's like a pot of players. You got Werner, Pulisic, Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi in particular, are 4 names that we could see leave Chelsea this summer. I don't think all 4 of those players are going to remain at Chelsea next season. I also don't think it's good if all 4 of those players remain at Chelsea next season. As much as individually, I like all of them for different reasons, and I think each player brings something a little bit different. I don't think Thomas Tuchel actually sees any of them as key mainstays for Chelsea's future. So I do think at least 1 or 2 could leave, and if they leave, it means we do have to make or bring in replacements. We've seen Christopher Nkunku, linked from RB Leipzig. Great player, can play through the middle, can play out wide too. Similar to that of Timo Werner. Timo's been coming good recently. Hakim Ziyech's had good spells. Pulisic, magnificent at the weekend. Hudson-Odoi, out injured. Still have many questions about him. But Riyad Mahrez, Premier League proven, and just an absolute quality direct player on his day. And I think if City are looking to sell, I'd want Chelsea to be in that conversation. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. There's been 3 Chelsea news stories for you guys today. Tomorrow, we're going to focus less on defenders. Today is really mainly about defenders. We've talked Koundé. We've got the 16 potential Rudiger replacements tier list out later on today. I think it's going to be like 5 or 4 p.m. UK time. So about 8 hours from the time this was released. Come back to GBFC, check it out. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments down below. I'll see you guys later. Come on, you Blues.